let's get this house decorated. Hi friends, welcome back to Pages and Chaos, and this is video 4 of Vlogmas, Bookmas. Let's get my house decorated for Christmas. It is 6 days into December and I have just been going non-stop between work and school. So I need to get this house together and decorated. My parents and my brother are coming over a little later today so that we can do the tree. But for now, I'm just gonna decorate some things around the living room. My outside is already decorated. So after this, I will give you a quick little visual of outside once it's dark out and the lights are on. But this inside needs to get done desperately. So I already kind of have a few things back there. I'm gonna do my Harry Potter Christmas Village, and then later on we'll do the tree. So come along and see how this goes. I am going to listen to my audio while I continue to decorate. So I am still listening to The Wedding Witch. I have an hour left. It's not what I wanted so far, but with an hour left, I don't see that changing. I really was expecting just a little bit more from like the actual storyline of going back in time and, you know, finding out a little bit more about why and things that go on with the families involved. I'm not really getting a lot of that. Like that's kind of the backstory to this whole thing. And yes, while the romance should be on the forefront because it is a romance novel, it's just not done very well. I feel like I missed the charm of the other two books. But I do want to find out what happens. I do want to find out why they got transported back in time and why Tamsin and Bowen are going through this journey. I'm just, I don't know. Not my favorite of the three. So that's where I am right now. But I'm going to finish while I decorate and then we'll do a little check-in. First step of all this is done. I laid out all of my ornaments so they're ready to go when everyone comes over to help me decorate. I listened to a little bit more of the book. I guess I'm just not a fan of like quick like romance. Like there's no slow burn. Like there was a mention all of a sudden of like kids. And then Bowen's like, yeah, no, my lifestyle doesn't support that. I will never have kids. And then all of a sudden, oh my goodness, like, yeah, I want kids. Like, just because somebody mentioned kids. I don't know. It's just like somebody says something and all of a sudden now he's feeling it. So is she. Like, all of a sudden there was a scene. That was Misty.
You okay over there?
Where Bowen is wearing a sweater, I don't know, like a tweed sweater or something like that. And it's like, ooh, all of a sudden, I love men in tweed sweaters. What? Guys, I don't know. But now, like, we're starting to get to the actual, like, point of the story. And I think there's, like, I don't know, like 30 minutes left. So I'm just going to wind up finishing it at this point. The next step is to get my village put up, or at least started, so that I can get that all situated and like play around with it and move things around with it as I'm doing that. So I'll show you a little bit of that, and once I'm done with that, I'll give you an overview of the few little pieces that I have. I did it. Everything is decorated downstairs. The only thing I have left to do is my mini tree upstairs in my book room. It was a long day, but I am very happy. My tree is up and done. My family came over and helped me. It was really nice. So I finished The Wedding Witch. This was a disappointing start to December. Guys, I did not enjoy this book the way I thought I would. This did not match the vibes of the first two books. I struggled with this. The ending where we find out like maybe why we were there, and it still kind of made very little sense. I don't know. But then like what happened with something in the present kind of made sense when they went back. I don't know. It was just like all over the place. I was like confused as to what was going on. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. It was just like all over the place. And like I said before, like I liked Tamsin at first. She seemed like really cool and like witty and like fun, and then she got really annoying. And then like it was just like every 5 seconds of like, ooh, this person said this, so yeah, now I'm thinking about this. Like, ooh, this person talked about marriage. Yeah, I've just realized now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, that I am totally in love with this person. Like, they go on, Bowen goes on, and even Tamsin goes on later on, to say like why they're in love with each other, but we don't see any of that. Like, we don't get to see the development of those feelings. It just happens. There's no slow burn. Like, they imply that it maybe was a slow burn, but again, like, if they would have added maybe another 50 pages or so, I don't know, maybe it would have made sense, like, talking about that year gap and, like, how they started talking. Like, we only get a little snippet of some of their conversations in the beginning, in the prologue, so that just did not sit right with me. I haven't really decided on a star rating. I think 3 is a little generous. Also, the audio was not good. It was very much hard to follow. The accent was supposed to be Welsh. I felt like it was a combination of like Irish and Scottish and even like an Indian accent at times. I don't even know. And then the people that are supposed to be American, it was a British accent for that. I don't know. Just overall, I kind of enjoyed small snippets, but not enough for me to say that this is one of my favorites of the series, unfortunately. Well, let me know down in the comments. Have you read The Wedding Witch? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear them. And if you just want to show your support, but you're a little too shy to comment, then leave me a Christmas tree down in the comments. Well, that's all I have for day 4 of Vlogmas. Bye!